Hey guys, this is Jesper from SchemaWriter, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get started with SchemaWriter. So if you're a new user and you're uncertain of what to do, how to manage your web page schema, I'm going to show you in this video. So the first thing that you need to do when you log in is click on API and then enter your OpenAI API key, because we're using the OpenAI in many places in SchemaWriter to write content for schema fields. That could be keywords, it could be fields in article schema and web page schema, and we're also using it to write the frequently asked questions and answers that we use in the FAQ schema. So it is a good idea that you use this or insert your OpenAI API key here. The next thing that you need to do is you need to click on WordPress here in the left menu, last button here, and then download the latest version of the Wordpress plugin, because although at the time of recording this video it's not published yet, it will be this week, and this plugin will allow you to directly upload schema to all of your pages. So much easier than it has been up so far. So that's the WordPress plugin. So let's get started with the actual SchemaWriter business. So what you need to do first is you need to click on company info and then click add new here, and then add your first company. And what I do normally is I use this button here, fetch info from Google. And so if I type in Jesper Nissen, I can then add my own company here. That's me. And one thing that you should be aware of is that this button only works with companies that have a GBP, Google Business Profile, with visible address. So if your GBP has hidden address, we won't be able to locate it. So let me just click save down here. Save, hidden behind me. So now it's saved. If your GBP has hidden address, you'll just need to enter all of these fields manually, but it doesn't take long. And already now you have a lot of organization schema and local business schema over here to the right. And I'm not going to walk through all of these fields because we have separate videos in the SchemaWriter YouTube channel. And you can click on this orange button up here, doot. And when you click on this, you are being transported to the official SchemaWriter YouTube channel, where you can see individual videos of all of the things that I'm talking about in this video. So that was step one. Step two is to go to locations, because let's say that you have a local business and you have multi-locations. So what you will do is you will click on add new. And now I just entertain the idea that my Jesper Nissen business has more than one location. So I will click fetch info and I will search Jesper Nissen. And I will then add this guy here, doot. And I will call this Jesper Nissen location 2. And I will add a page corresponding to this. Let's say that this is my location page. Obviously it's not, but let's just entertain the idea that this is my location page. And I will click add doot. So now I added location 2. So now I have two locations. I have the main location that I have set up here, and I have location 2 that I've set up here. And you can set up as many locations as you want. And you can also click edit and add as many details as you want, opening hours and all of that. I'm not going to go into details about the keywords and the knows about and postal codes, because that's covered in the tutorial videos, so you can just check out these videos. The next thing that I would do is I would go to sitemap, and this is extremely important to do this. It's not necessary to it's not needed to actually run reports in SchemaWriter, but it does make your life so much easier if you add the sitemap. So I really encourage you to do this. So what I do is I go to my websites and I write like this, because this is a WordPress website and the actual URL for the sitemap changes depending on the version of WordPress, or probably either the theme or the plugin that you use, the SEO plugin that you use. But in my case, it's called sitemaps.xml. So I copy this guy here, go back to SchemaWriter, click on this button, add sitemap, doot, and click import. So now it's importing all of the pages in the sitemap, in all of these sitemaps actually. And the reason that this is extremely nice is it will be visible in a couple of seconds, is that when you actually are running the reports, you can then now select the page that you are targeting, that you're writing schema for. So you now have two places that you can write reports from or run reports from. You can actually run reports directly from here. For example, if I want to run a report for Twitter Moments SEO, I can click generate. And since I'm inside of the sitemap, then the page is already selected. The company is also already selected, so I don't need to do anything here. And I can just Twitter Moments SEO, do like this. Location, it's not local SEO, obviously, but if it was local SEO, I could actually write Aalborg. And then, yeah, so this is the North Denmark region in Denmark. And language, I could set it auto, but I always select it, Danish. And then I just select auto and click generate. And so now the report is generating, and once it's done, I can now check in from here. That's one option. The main advantage of running schema writer reports from the sitemap is that you can now actually see all of the pages that you have run reports for. And for this company, I didn't run any reports yet, obviously, because I just created the company. But so let's say that I close schema writer, and tomorrow I come back, and then I want to run more reports. Then this will be green, and I can just continue with this guy and 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 so on and so forth. So what I do is I prefer to go to schema writer here. I don't know why, it's just my habits. So in this schema writer button here, so this is a table where I have the overview of all the reports for all companies that I added to schema writer. So I can see that this guy is generating, and I can see that I ran a report for this page here for this keyword. So let me actually show you how it looks when you're running a report from this window. So you click generate new. And let's just entertain the idea that I want to rank for SEO agency in Aalborg, or probably it would be SEO agency Aalborg. And now I will select the company. This is this guy because that's the latest company. Select URL from sitemap, and this is where you actually benefit from adding the sitemap, because if you didn't add the sitemap, there would be no URLs down here. But now I did add my sitemap, so I actually can, write the URL. If you did not add the sitemap, you won't be able to use this option, but then you can actually enter the custom URL here. You can just enter URL here. But that's not necessary for me because I already added the sitemap. So I will just target the home page. Location will be Aalborg. Yeah. Language will be Danish, and auto. And I'll just leave it at 10. Yeah, 10. Okay. So let me click generate. So now this is generating. And let me just click pause, and then we can continue once these two are generated. All right, so now it is done, and I can go into company info, edit, and I can click on sitemap, and I can see that this page has been analyzed, and this page has also been analyzed. But anyway, let's go up to schema writer. So let's check out this guy here, SEO agency Aalborg, and click view. So the first thing that you need to know is that you can manage the contents of the output by simply clicking these guys here. And you can see in left side, I'm clicking and unclicking, and you can see that the content is updated real time over here in the left side. So let's say that for my homepage, the homepage is the target URL. Let's say that I only want to have webpage schema. I can simply do like this. Oops. And now I only have web page schema. And I can simply click copy here, copy, and go to schema.org. Click validate, and code snippet, paste, and run test. And you will see that it is web page schema with no errors. And you can see all of the keywords and all of that stuff here. So that's how you handle the output. If I want to have organization and local business schema, and I click copy, and let's just try to validate again, run new test. What I will see, okay, that was fast. What I will see is that I only still see web page schema, and that's not a bug, but that's because all of the schema is nested. So the organization and local business schema here is included in the web page schema, so it's all nested and interlinked. So you can see here that we have the hashtag web page, and down here we have all of the local business schema over here to the right side. So that's not a bug. It's a frequently asked question I get: why do I only see web page schema? But that's because it's interlinked. So that it is as it should be. So let's entertain the idea that I want to rank for SEO agency Aalborg, and it's a location. Let's play with the idea that this is a location page. So I can open here in local business schema. I can just open, and I can select the location. And why does that matter? Well, that matters because if I select the default location, then that's the default location for the company. So when you click on company info, you create a company. The information included in the company setup is included in the default location. So if I select the Jesper Nielsen location 2, then that's the location location 2 that I set up that I just showed you. And the address changes. So depending on what it is that you're trying to do, if you're doing local SEO and it's a new location, then just select in here, and the schema over here in the left side will be updated. Let me see if I can. Yeah, so you can see that actually, you can see that it changes in the left side, changes live here. So that's how to handle. If you only want to have web page schema, that could be because you're using Yoast or you're using Rank Math, or you simply don't want local business schema on that page. You simply just deselect all of these guys. So yeah. So when it comes to editing schema, you simply open this guy here, and then you can scroll down, and then you can edit all of this information. And the information is updated real time over here. You still do need to click Save Schema. Just remember the Save button up here. It's not saved automatically. But if you don't like this description, boost your online presence with our SEO agency in Aalborg. This is written via OpenAI, and so we have prompts that we have engineered that take into account the targets, keywords, and then the content in the page. So this description is written by using OpenAI and then your target keyword and the content in the page. But if you don't like this, boost your SEO, for example, you just do like this, and then click Save. For all changes, please remember to click Save Schema. So Schema Writer detects the content in your page and marks up all of the information that we have in the page. It even finds all of the images, and you can see the information in the images down here. And so that's nice if you do image SEO. It might be a good idea to actually include the image schema in your pages. It also writes article schema for you, and detects all of the sections, so all of the headers. It detects these automatically and just writes the schema for you. And if you don't want article schema, just do like this, and it's not included. So one thing I will just mention, I have covered this in separate tutorial videos, but one thing I will mention is that if you can open web page schema and go down here to About and Mentions, this is where you add the entities. and we have made an automated algorithm that actually detects the entities and try to use. We're using machine learning to try to gauge what entities are most important in your content. But of course, it's AI, it can be wrong, and if you don't want like these entities here, you just click like this, and subscription business model, you remove, and then you can just click save here, and you can add more entities if you go to the entities tab. So I know that if it's the first time that you're actually seeing this tab, it will be overwhelming. But it's divided into two parts, the entity part and the keywords part. So over here on the left side here, the first three columns are entities, and the next are keywords. And the on-page entities are the entities that we have detected in your page. The competition entities are the entities that we have detected in the top 10 competition. So if you feel like that you want to have WordPress, HTML, online marketing, that's online marketing, you want to have these entities added to your content, just click this, and then or not content, your schema, then they are added to the schema. If you want content marketing, you see here you can select about, mention, want it to about, click there, if you want this to mention, click there, and then you can go back to schema and remember to click save. Click save always. Then you can go back to web page schema, and you can see that in the about and mentions you have many more entities. And you want to again check more details, then check out this video where I go into detail on this. So the last thing that I want to show you is that we have the auto content. That's a short article that I personally use for link building. So this is based on the target URL and then some AI stuff that we put in. So this is a short article about the main contents of the target URL. And then we have the content. This is we scrape your content and then we show you what entities that you use. So you can see here newsletter, that's yellow. I don't know where it is. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, so this is newsletter. You can see that newsletter is used and it's used here. Blog is green, it's used, it's here, and it's used there. And for me, this is extremely helpful because we know that entities in headers, subheaders, and entities in content is a ranking factor. So that's why we programmed this user interface so you can actually see where your what you are using your entities. So for example, HTML is an important entity, and by the way, we're using machine learning to sort these. Previously, we used the algorithms from TextRaiser, I think, but yeah, not anymore. So we switched to using machine learning instead because it's more effective. We have some libraries from Python that we implemented, and it gives much better sorting. So we are comparing the entities that we discover to the content in your target URL to see which ones are most relevant when compared to your content. So HTML is relevant, it's green, it's not used, so I can write like this, HTML, and it will be marked green. So one thing that you need to do is you need to copy this content manually over to your web page in order to actually implement this. So, but we are showing you, and we are showing you where you use entities, where you're showing you what you need to do, and then it's up to you to actually copy and paste. So if you scroll down, you can see here there's content, and you can see there's a separate content window down here. So if you scroll down, you will be able to see that I selected Danish, and so this is written in Danish. This is the FAQ text, and we're using the OpenAI API to actually write this text. So yeah, so what I do personally is if I want to use FAQ schema, I simply copy this text, or copy the HTML, whatever fits you best, and then I paste it into my website. I actually did that in the schema writer. SchemaWriter homepage. So all of this content down here is from SchemaWriter, and it's also included in the FAQ schema. So you can check that out. So let me just, I wrote a note to myself. I think that should be around it. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of SchemaWriter, and take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.